I have been covering professional wrestling for a very long time. I've seen the Monday Night Wars. I've seen the Montreal Screwjob. I've seen sudden retirements and backstage brawls that spilled into the real world. But I have never, have I ever heard whispers like the ones coming out today at AEW. Now, viewers, fans, and subscribers, this is your number one trusted source for the hottest rumors, gossip, speculation, and hearsay in the WWE. It is Sunday, and we are just about to see AEW Revolution, the pay-per-view. And my phone has been blowing up for the last several hours with a rumor that is so nuclear, so fundamentally industry shaking, that I almost didn't hit the record on this video. And remember, for more videos like this, remember to like, comment, click the bell, and turn on all notifications, because nobody is going to give you the kind of heart, hustle, and passion like I do on this very channel. But there is just too much smoke going on right now. And when there is too much smoke, something is burning down. If you've been paying attention to Dirt Sheets, the websites, you know that there's been a massive lockdown on information backstage at AEW Revolution tonight. Security is tighter than it's ever been. Talent is being kept in the locker room, and the word circulating among the crew, the name that is being whispered is Randy Orton. Randy Orton backstage at AEW All Elite Wrestling 2026 pay-per-view tonight. Why? How? What is going on? Well, half of you watching this are already reaching for the keyboard to tell me, Sean, you're crazy. You're typing, Sean, Randy is a WWE lifer. He's under contract. He was just on SmackDown Friday. Yes, he was on SmackDown on Friday night. He is the challenger to Cody Rhodes' WWE title at WrestleMania 42. I don't know, I was just about to say WrestleMania 36. Maybe I was having flashbacks to WrestleMania 36 and Randy Orton. And that right there is exactly why we're having this conversation. Because what happened on Friday night on the USA Network was not a storyline. It was a massacre. It crossed the line that the TKO group cannot walk back from, ladies and gentlemen. We need to talk about what actually went down on SmackDown, because the television feed didn't tell you the entire story. We all saw the main event segment, Cody Rhodes, the face of the company, the golden goose for TKO, standing in the ring celebrating. Randy Orton is out there. They're having a little contract. The mentor, the man who brought Cody and the legacy all those years ago. It's supposed to be a feel-good moment for the USA Network executives sitting ringside. And then something went off. Randy Orton absolutely snapped. It was a chaotic scene on the Blue Brand of SmackDown. Remember to like, hype, comments below. Now, it wasn't your standard wrestling attack. There was no argument. There was no missed clothesline. Randy just turned and delivered a beatdown to the Undisputed Champion that sounded like a shotgun going off in the arena. And he didn't stop. For 5 agonizing minutes, we watched the unscripted, unhinged assault by Randy Orton. Now, this is a Randy Orton that you viewers and fans and subscribers, and most importantly, my channel members, have been asking for years and years. Again, it absolutely unhinged assault. He wasn't working the cameras. He wasn't playing the crowd. He was brutally dismantling Cody Rhodes. He used all kinds of things around the ring, steel steps, a table, a steel chair. And he used those steel steps in a way that had referees screaming for him to back off. When the USA Network finally panicked and cut the feed to black at the end of the show, the arena was in dead silence. Cody was completely unresponsive, busted wide open, and bleeding all over the place. Now, you have to understand the reality of WWE in 2026. This is not the Attitude Era. This is not the Ruthless Aggression Era. Hell, this is not even Vince McMahon flying by the seat of his pants. This is TKO Group Holdings. This is a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar media conglomerate. They answer to a board of directors. They answer to sponsors, and they answer to the USA Network, who pays hundreds of millions of dollars for safe, predictable, high-drama family entertainment. And that is why it's called WWE, because it is World Wrestling Entertainment, the E for entertainment. And that is what I'm here to do here on YouTube.com, is put the E in entertainment at the end of the sentence of YouTube, because at the end of the word of YouTube is an E. Now, the word being thrown around, according to rumors and gossip online of TKO headquarters over the weekend, is liability. They are terrified. You have a performer who went into business for himself, broke the script, and physically jeopardized the single most valuable asset of the company has in Cody Rhodes. Now, for this to all make sense, we're going to make sense of this right now. My sources are telling me that Cody Rhodes, who is a former AEW star, Cody Rhodes is indeed a former AEW wrestler, is given a flat-out ultimatum from his hospital bed on Saturday morning. He feels completely betrayed. He trusted Randy Orton. He loved Randy Orton. He advocated for the Viper. And Randy humiliated and injured him on television, unprovoked, in front of the entire world. It was seen on TV. It was seen on social media. It went viral online. It absolutely blew up. Well, according to those in the know, Cody Rhodes very well could have told TKO leadership point blank, if he is in the building, I am not. It's him or it's me. So now the WWE has to choose. They have to pick. Is it Cody Rhodes or is it Randy Orton? TKO is not going to choose a 40-something-year-old unpredictable veteran over their top babyface. But here is the twist, guys. This is the part that no one is talking about yet. And this is how we get to AEW Revolution tonight. Everyone assumed that TKO would just suspend Randy Orton. There's even rumors and gossip of him being handcuffed, arrested, in jail, send him home, freeze his contract, and let him rot out his days in Missouri. They didn't want to fire him because firing him means he has to go somewhere else. But Randy Orton is far from an idiot. And his lawyers, well, his lawyers are sharks. And they're sharks that they can smell the blood, just like a viper can smell, and they know that venom of choice. Well, on late Saturday night, Orton's legal team, according to those that know, sent a breach of contract to TKO. They cited a massive loophole in Randy's specific Legends tier contract. It essentially states that if the company suspends him without pay for contract for conduct detrimental without a formal disciplinary hearing first, he has the right to void non-complete clauses. TKO executives panicked. They tried to walk the suspension back. They tried to turn it into an angle, a storyline, but Randy refused to answer his cell phone. He didn't want to talk because he was already talking to Tony Khan, according to rumors and gossip online. Tony Khan, he saw the chaos on Friday night. He's been watching. He's been realizing. Tony Khan's been lurking. He knows about the WWE. He saw the TKO stock took a minor dip after hours, and he knew that the ultimate weapon had just been handed to him. Tony didn't just offer Randy a contract. He offered him a blank check and full of creative immunity to be the sick, twisted viper that WWE was too corporate to handle. And now Randy Orton has an opportunity to become the AEW World Champion, which brings us to right now, tonight, AEW Revolution. Why is Randy Orton at Revolution? He's not coming out to cut a promo. He's not coming out to smile and wave at the fans. Randy Orton doesn't do happy to be here anymore. Happy to be here, guys. Smiling, kissing the babies, taking pictures. If he walks out that curtain tonight, he is coming to make a statement to TKO, to Cody Rhodes, and to the entire wrestling world that the Apex Predator cannot be caged. Think about the main event tonight. You've got the World Championship on the line. It is a high-stakes, deeply emotional match. Two guys fighting for the soul of AEW in a Texas death match. Now imagine it's the 25-minute mark. They are battered. They are exhausted. The crowd is on their feet. Suddenly, the lights in the Now Arena get completely out. Pitch black. The fans think it's a lighting issue. They think it's a returning AEW star. The confusion sets in. 10 seconds go by. 20 seconds. The anticipation is absolutely suffocating. Then, the lights, well, they snap back on. There is no music. There is no Titantron. There is no video screen. Standing dead center in the ring is Randy Orton at AEW Revolution. He's not in wrestling gear. He's in a black hoodie, jeans, and tape on his wrist. He looks around the arena with that absolute dead-eyed, psychopathic stare. The AEW World Champion struggling to his feet, and he turns around, and bam, an RKO out of nowhere. The challenger runs in to make the save. RKO. The referee tries to intervene. Randy grabs him by the collar and throws him into the corner and punches him in the skull, just like he wants to do to Cody Rhodes if indeed he stays in the WWE. He destroys the entire main event. He ruins Tony Khan's perfect pay-per-view ending, and the best part, Tony Khan is letting him do it because it will be the most talked about moment in the history of professional wrestling if indeed this does happen. Randy Orton isn't joining AEW to be a part of the roster. He isn't joining AEW to hold the entire industry hostage. He wants WWE to watch him destroy their competition from the inside out, knowing that they were too afraid to keep him, that he was too violent, that he was too volatile. This isn't just gossip, ladies and gentlemen. This is a shift in the tectonic plates of the business. The ultimate WWE loyalist was deemed too dangerous to the corporate machine that is WWE. So he took his danger to the one place that will broadcast it unfiltered. Keep your eyes glued on the screen tonight, and if it's not tonight, it could be another night. Never say never in the world of professional wrestling, because if my sources are right, the Viper is no longer in the WWE's cage at this moment. He is slithering backstage at AEW Revolution, and someone's career is about to perhaps end tonight very abruptly. Let me know what you guys think. Would this be a dream case scenario? Is Randy Orton taking over WWE and AEW from the inside out or from the outside in? Ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. I will be live multiple times a day giving you the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most defiant, and the most definitive in the world of professional wrestling. Now, this is such a big story. It is so titanic. It is so cataclysmic. It is so, like, again, at the start of the video, you heard what I said in the beginning of the video. Oh, this can't be Sean. Just like everybody said to me, oh, CM Punk, he'll never return to WWE. He'll never make a comeback. And I was the one guy, I was the one person, I was the one soul that came on here and kept saying week in and week out, month in and month out, year in and year out, CM Punk would return to the WWE, and everybody wanted to say to me, oh, it's a cold chance in hell. It will never happen, Sean. You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're talking about. You're way in over your head. And then what happened at Survivor Series in 2023? CM Punk returned. I am a man of my word. Now, do I get things wrong? You're damn right. But do I get things right? Oh, hell yeah, I do get things right. And whether we're on or not, just the anticipation, just the realization, just the thought of Randy Orton showing up after what he did to Cody Rhodes. He annihilated Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. Can you imagine what Randy Orton would do when the cuffs are off in AEW All Elite Wrestling? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions, because without you, there is no SeanzViewent on a night where AEW's card is stacked. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you going to be watching it? Are you going to be seeing it? What matches are you interested in? What is your predictions? Who's going to walk out the AEW World Champion, or is Randy Orton going to destroy the entire vision of what AEW had planned for tonight? Either way, guys, it is going to be a memorable AEW. Also, Jacob Fatu reveals WWE's originally planned name for him, while Dominic Mysterio shows a nasty cut after last night's match. The photos are leaking online, and a WWE wrestler not released after last night's loss, and an ex-U.S. champion produce Randy Orton's heel turn segment. That being, without a shadow of a doubt, according to PW Insider, Bobby Roode had a particularly busy night helping lead the opening promo at Drew McIntyre, the main event segment featuring Randy Orton turning heel, and the Jacob Fatu versus Trick Williams match. So what do you grade the booking and the creative by former TNA star Bobby Roode? And, well, it wasn't so rude for us to give us one hell of a SmackDown that kept us on the edges of our seats. Ladies and gentlemen, on a day where we've heard Randy Orton could be arrested, Randy Orton could be under the bars, they may not be giving him his bread and water. On a night and a day where we heard that Randy Orton could be fired, ladies and gentlemen, on a day where Conan O'Brien calls out Netflix CEO Ted at the Academy Awards, Netflix is being called out, just like a lot of people are calling out Netflix for what they've done to Monday Night Raw and how they want it back on Netflix. Is the fix-in for Raw to return to the USA Network? Your thoughts, your comments, and your emotions, because we're not going to derail it. We are absolutely going to detail it to give you the most exclusive, the most knowledgeable, the most noteworthy WWE gossip in YouTube's history. Subscribe.